I know it's not some magical world where money just appears for extra therapies, endless appointments, and those unpredictable expenses that pop up out of nowhere. You just handle it because you have to. Like when my carpet split right down the seam in the middle of the living room. It wasn't in a plan, it wasn't in a budget, but replacing the whole thing was the only thing that made sense. So I hired a handyman. I paid. I thanked him for the great job. And then I stared at my bank account thinking, well, they just took a bite out of my Christmas magic. And if you're sitting there feeling that same squeeze, trying to create a beautiful Christmas without adding more stress, I want you to breathe for a second. This episode isn't pressure. It's a lifeline. Just me and you, mom to mom. Because today I'm going to show you how the 2-line budget can help you afford the gifts, the memories, and even that one dream thing that you've been putting off for way too long and still take care of your torn carpet. And that's why I'm inviting you from one mom to another to join me on January 12th when we start the next round. Come into a space where you're supported, coached, encouraged, and guided with zero judgment. Because, friend, you deserve financial peace. You deserve clarity, and you deserve joy. And you deserve a system built for your life, not someone else's perfect schedule. If this feels like the right time and the right fit, go to my website at dianagalas.com. It's DIANAGALAS.com and sign up today while it offers you a great Christmas rate. Gift yourself with this investment so you can save and create the life you dream about and the one you actually can afford starting today. If you're tired of debt calling your choices, bills running your day, and groceries eating your paycheck, and ready to finally live life on your terms, debt-free, guilt-free, and unstoppable, welcome to the Simple Money Systems podcast. I'm Diana, a mom caring for a special needs son, a creator of the 2-line budget, a believer in big dreams and God-given purpose. I help overwhelmed women break free from debt, unlock their cash flow, and step into the peace, confidence, and clarity God designed for your life. And maybe catch a weekend escape. Because when money becomes simple, your whole life opens up. And I'm here to show you how. Christmas hits different when you're a special needs mom. The gifts aren't always simple. Sometimes there are sensory-friendly toys, adaptive tools, or that one piece of equipment that genuinely helps your child. Like the swing chair my son absolutely loves, the one that gives him those calming, therapeutic movements that instantly settle his whole body. Things like that aren't just nice to have. They're support, they're comfort, they're a part of our children's well-being. And none of it is cheap, right? Because you feel this pressure to create joy, to make memories, to give your child the magic they deserve, even though you're already stretched thin from the everyday demands no one else sees. And somewhere in the middle of it all, you notice the tiny, quiet wish you have for yourself. Maybe a moment of rest, a coaching program that could change your year, a new skincare set, a course, or even just a day to breathe without rushing. But the guilt hits fast. Money guilt and mom guilt team up like an unstoppable pair that makes you second guess every decision. So, let me say this clearly. You're not responsible. You are overwhelmed, and the budgeting system you're trying to use was never built for a life as full, unpredictable, and high needs as yours. Now, friend, let's talk about what's actually eating your budget. Because it's rarely the big things. It's the quiet, sneaky, everyday drains that pile up without warning. Now, let's look at the silent budget killers. It's the grocery creep, yes, those prices that go up a little at a time, mixed with the extra quick trips because you were too busy to do a full shop. It's the convenience buys, grabbing takeout, picking up snacks, ordering something because you had 0 extra minutes between therapies, appointments, school calls, or meltdowns. And then there are the subscriptions you forgot about, the ones quietly charging your card every month. And on top of that, it's the medical, therapy, and care-related expenses, the co-pays, the supplements, the equipment, the things that you absolutely need but can't always plan for. And of course, there is spending that comes from pure, honest burnout. The I am tired, or I'll just grab it purchases. And the moments where survival feels more important than planning your money. Now, why you can't keep up? And friend, it's not your fault. Here's the truth. Most budgets fail us because they were designed for someone with free time or for accountants, the bean counters. And I am not a person who loves to stare at the columns and rows of colored numbers, okay? I don't have time for it. I don't have patience for it. And honestly, I don't need it. And I learned traditional budgeting. I was all in and all for it until I realized that it doesn't work for me. Maybe for someone, but not me. Now, traditional budgeting expects you to track every category, color code every dollar, and predict things months ahead. But your life doesn't work in predictable patterns. You're dealing with changes, appointments, regressions, progress, surprises all the time. And how about me time? Yes, my own time to breathe, to treat myself, to regain my sanity back with no guilt or shame. Friend, your money system becomes impossible to maintain when the spreadsheets are too complicated, when those categories don't match your real life, when you're trying to forecast expenses no one could reasonably predict, and when you're emotionally exhausted and living in constant decision overload. And worst of all, there is no simple way to see what's actually available today, and all this with all organized and beautiful 17 spending categories in 9 saving buckets. You can organize all your money and have it down on paper. It doesn't make it easier for you, my friend. So, when you feel behind, it's not because you're bad with money. It's because the system you're trying to follow was never built for the real-life chaos you're managing. So, how do you afford anything in your life? And this is exactly why I created the 2-line budget. Because when you're clear on just 2 lines, and you don't need more rows, more columns, more formulas, and more stress. No, my friend. Here's where the magic of the 2-line budget comes in. And it's not about depriving yourself or cutting out all the things that make life joyful. It starts with a simple exercise. Separate your money into 2 piles. One pile is for your monthly bills, everything that must be paid once a month, your rent, utilities, therapy, insurance. And then the other pile is for your daily and weekly spending for things like groceries, gas bills, weekly cash allowances to your kiddos or your husband for his pocket money. Even for yourself, some money for your core fundamental needs that bring color, fun, and joy into your day-to-day. Like that swing chair your son loves, a special gift, or even that coaching session or a small treat just for you. And when you look at your money this way, you can clearly see what you truly need now and what will be coming up next month. And then you can identify what lights you up. Those value-add purchases that make life feel magical instead of just manageable. And by including those intentionally into your 2-line budget, you give yourself something exciting to look forward to, not just a list of restrictions. This exact system helped me stabilize my finances as a special needs mom, afford the life I wanted, dream bigger, and now live bigger with my son together. No wonder I love to dream, right? And even more, I love seeing those dreams come to life. I live my dreams. I want that for you too. Not just afford things, but truly enjoying your life. And when you understand your needs and consciously choose your value-add wants, your perspective changes. You start to love your money, enjoy your paycheck, and see how even small amounts can fill your heart's basket with amazing things, gifts, experiences, and joy that matter most. Budgeting this way doesn't feel like a sacrifice. It feels like freedom, like giving yourself permission to live fully while staying in control. All right, now that you know how to separate what you must cover from what truly lights you up, I want to give you 3 simple steps you can take today. Steps that will take you out of overwhelm and put you back in control before Christmas even gets there. These aren't complicated and they don't require a spreadsheet or a free afternoon you don't have. You can do this in minutes. Step 1. Write down everything you owe between today and January 1. Just list the due dates and the amounts. Nothing fancy. What this does is remove that pressure your brain carries all day. That constant whisper of, I hope I'm not forgetting something. When you see it all on a page, the panic softens and clarity steps in. The next step, step number 2, decide what Christmas actually costs. This is where we prevent the January credit card shock. Look at the real numbers behind gifts, food, events, travel, therapy schedules changes, maybe a babysitter for a few hours so you can breathe. This isn't about limiting joy. Friend, it's about making joy affordable without paying for it in February stress, okay? And remember, you can also include something that lights you up. A small treat, a self-investment, a break, a service, a program. This is about supporting the mom, not just the season. All right, step number 3. Do the mini 2-line reset. This is where freedom begins. Look at your actual bank balance. You may add the paycheck that is coming in before the January 1 and write this number on a paper so you can see it. And then compare this amount with your list with your bill pay and your daily and weekly spending that add true value. And friend, if you're in a negative, that's okay. Just breathe. This is just an indicator that there are some things on your list that do not add value to your life. And my advice, drop those things on the spot. and lighten up your list so it will bring joy and real value back to your life. And just like that, you see exactly what's real, what's important to you, and what really brings value to your day. Not emotional guessing, no fear, and not, I hope this works out, but actual clarity. And when you sort your finances this way, the fog lifts. You can see where you stand. You can choose intentionally. And you can build in those joy-giving things without guilt. This 10-minute exercise alone can save you hundreds this month and give you back your peace. Now, if you're listening to all this and feeling that little spark inside, that tiny voice saying, I want help with this. I want someone to walk with me. I want this kind of peace every month. I want you to know something. You don't have to do this alone. What I teach inside my debt-free budgeting program using the 2-line budget is not another color-coded system you'll abandon in February. It's not worksheets you'll forget about. And it's definitely not a program built for someone with unlimited time and predictable days, because that is not your life. This is a 12-week, high-touch, live coaching experience where I walk with you every single week. I teach you the exact system that pulled me out of financial chaos in the hardest seasons of my life. It helped me stabilize my money, pay things off, stop drowning in stress, and actually start dreaming again. Dreaming bigger, dreaming boldly, and then watching those dreams come to life with my son. And I want that for you too. Not just to manage money, but to enjoy your journey, to use it intentionally, to build a life that feels beautiful, peaceful, secure, and joy-filled, because every dollar has a purpose that supports your values, your needs, and your dreams. Inside this program, you don't just learn how to make your bills fit. You learn how to build breathing room, afford what matters, include joy in your budget without guilt, and eliminate debt step by step. And also create a plan that works for your real life, your busy, high needs, unpredictable days. I want you to remember that 2-line budget isn't about restriction. It's about clarity, confidence, and creating the life you want to live. Even in the middle of therapies, appointments, surprises, and all the beautiful chaos of raising your child. And if you want support to finally get out of debt, afford what matters, and walk into 2026 with a real plan you trust, my debt-free budgeting program starts January 12th. It's gentle, high-touch, judgment-free coaching made for busy moms with full lives and big hearts. Check the link in the show notes right below this episode to sign up. And friend, I can't wait to see you inside. I'm glad you joined me today. And if this episode lifted some weight off your shoulders, pass that lightness on to another woman who could use it too. Make sure to follow the Simple Money Systems podcast so each week you receive the clarity, peace, and direction your life is craving. You're doing better than you think. Truly. Keep going and keep leading your money, not chasing it. This is where your clarity grows, your confidence builds, and your new financial story begins. One week, one step, and one win at a time.